hear are real. Whenever possible, the actual people involved have helped us reconstruct the events as they happened. The greatest achievement possible is to save someone's life. By doing so, we're giving other human beings a second chance to pursue their hopes and dreams. I'm William Shatner. Tonight, true stories of compassion, strength, and courage under pressure on Rescue 911. We begin on September 16th, 1991, after a series of heavy rainstorms passed through the city of Arlington, Texas. As the weather cleared, 10-year-old Kamisha Riddle and her friend Ginger Garland headed outside to play.
These storm drains are extremely dangerous because they can fill up very rapidly and they're extremely hard to get in and out of. It occurs occasionally that it'll be raining upstream from you and it'll even be clear overhead. You won't even see a cloud, and it just takes a few moments for it to fill up.
My mom said don't go down in the creek because you could get hurt. But we were going to some girl's house. And she said, let's go into the creek because it's easier to get to that girl's house. I didn't think anything could happen because it didn't look like anything could happen.
This was a time.
The water started getting higher. And it was scaring me.
Help me! Grab my hand, Kamisha! Come on, get up, Kamisha! Come on! Come on, get up! You can do it! Please, Kamisha! Come on!
She was saying, help me, pull me up quick.
Naomi Stevens and her 15-year-old son, Jeff, were in their backyard when they heard the cries for help.
At first, when I heard it, I thought, well, it's just somebody playing. But then in your mind, you wonder, no, that's not it. It was somebody was in trouble.
Hang on, honey, hang on!
When we made eye contact, I think I felt just sheer terror. And the expression on her face, I don't think I'll ever forget. And my feeling of helplessness, not being able to do anything.
Fire department.
Naomi called 911.
360. 360 and what? Ma'am, I've got to know where it's at. Okay. I live at 31 Cloverdale. Okay. I need stitch behind our house. Behind your house? A child. How old is I don't have any idea. I just heard a child screaming. Saw the child going down screaming. Okay, you did see the child in? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Did it look like a small child or an older? Probably about 10 or 12. Don't let anybody get in there with them or we'll have more people to get out. Okay, babe. All right, bye. Bye-bye.
Neighbors Rick and Janice Cook spotted Jeff as he ran by their house.
I know he's in athletics. We just assumed he was racing until his mom ran out the front door.
Don't let him get in the water! There's a child in the creek!
I was running down the street. I was hoping and praying that I'd get down there in time that I could do something. And I was thinking, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it.
When we continue.
It goes completely under the freeways. With the water moving as fast as it was, I didn't think we'd have time to get to her before she went under.
It's the little bottle that makes a big impression. New Ultra Soft, Ultra Downy.
It's ultra concentrated. This small bottle softens better than this.
It's like my Ultra detergent. You get so much from so little.
No more big caps.
Just a tiny cap of Ultra Downy. It has an extra softener for the extra softness you can see and sun rinse freshness.
This is the fluffiest softness.
New Ultra Downy. So much softness, so little Ultra Downy.
Some little things make a big difference.
Reporter Gail Gailey couldn't have asked for a better story.
Out of the darkness came a man with no name.
Rescued from a burning plane.
He saved my life.
By a picture-perfect hero.
You didn't tell me he was so cute.
I'm a reporter. I'm supposed to be a professional.
There was just one small problem.
Oh, he's a fake.
The real hero was someone else.
Are you Bernard LaPlante, sir?
Call me Bernie.
Hero.
Sensational story.
Rated PG-13 at theaters October 2nd.
If I even look at a sink full of dishes, my hands go crazy. But now there's new Palmolive Sensitive Skin for dishes. It's free of dyes and the harshest irritants. It's even dermatologist tested. New Palmolive Sensitive Skin. It's dishwashing made less irritating.
Kids count on Sears for smiles, and moms count on Sears for savings. Get a 10 by 13, 2 8 by 10, 3 5 by 7, and 15 wallets. Half off. Was $21.95, now $10.95. Plus 16 petites free. Get Sears.
10-year-old Kamisha Riddle was swept away by a flash flood while walking in a concrete drainage canal near her house. When a 15-year-old boy heard her cries for help, he and some neighbors set out to try and rescue the young girl before she drowned in the swirling waters.
When the creek gets to the 360 intersection, there's 4 large culverts that it's divided into, and it goes completely under the freeways. You can't, even on a bright day, stand on one side of the creek and look and see daylight out the other side. With the water moving as fast as it was, I didn't think we'd have time to get to her before she went under.
Rescuers with the Arlington Fire Department had no way of knowing where the girl was in the storm drain.
I didn't jump in after her because the water was moving too fast, and I probably would have either pulled her under or she would have pulled me under.
And when I get down there, he says, she's already gone under. I thought, my God, she won't make it.
At that point, I didn't think we'd find her alive. There was just too much water, and with the dark in there, I was afraid she had panicked, and that would have been it.
I just kind of figured the best place to go would be the last place where she would have to go through.
By this time, I was crying because thinking about the mother of that child. How was she going to feel? What if something did happen? What if they didn't get there quick enough? What if they couldn't pull her out? And it was a very emotional time.
I see her, there she is.
I don't know what she was holding on to, but she was screaming, help me, I can't hold on much longer.
There was just no way he could reach her. I mean, it's just too far away. At that point, that's when I told Jeff, I said, well, just let me grab hold of your arm and let me lower you down. She was just in panic. It was just sheer terror on her face. She kind of grabbed a hold of my wrist, and it was a big relief. When we picked her up, and actually I was carrying her, she was still hollering for someone to get her out. She was hollering for help to get her out. So she was just in total hysterics. I had concerns that she had some sort of internal injuries, but I knew I had to keep her as quiet as possible and as still as possible.
Hearing the sound of sirens, Rick drove toward them and managed to get the attention of one of the rescue units. When the young girl's mother, Claudia Riddle, was rushed to the scene, she had no idea what condition her daughter was in.
The ambulance had shut its doors and started to pull away real slow.
Ambulance, move over to the right.
I started to panic, and I ran up to the side of the ambulance, and one of the paramedics came out, and I was screaming and crying by then, and he said, Mrs. Riddle, calm down. We need to talk to you. And I thought something had happened to her.
Can you calm down for me? Because she's going to be scared if you're scared. All right? Can you calm down?
And he opened the door. And, hi, Mom, look, I've got Snoopy Band-Aids. And I realized I was really lucky.
Although the swift-moving waters carried 10-year-old Kamisha down the concrete ditch for several miles, she suffered only minor bruises.
At one part, I just sat there and gave up. Just hope I died because it was scary and I already thought I was going to die, so there's no use trying anymore.
Yeah, what now?
I think Jeff is a hero because he saved me.
I learned that I'm able to do things that I didn't think that I would ever do. I'm kind of glad I found out that I would be able to help somebody when they need me.
Let's get it done. All right, Ginger, your turn.
The feeling I felt, knowing that the child was all right, and then seeing him, and knowing what he had done, I was a very proud mother.
I thought I was going to get my butt busted because I knew I was not supposed to play in the creek, and I did. I think it was dumb.
I have learned not to take things for granted anymore. Because when you come that close to losing somebody you love, it makes you stop and think and appreciate things.
Next.
We climbed and climbed. I personally, myself, started getting a little bit scared, and I'm sure the others did too, but we wanted to prove to each other that we could make it up the hill.
A grapefruit drink that's actually sweet? Yep. Ocean Spray Ruby Red Grapefruit Juice Drink. It's got a sweet taste that's really different. Say this is grapefruit juice. This is Ruby Red. grapefruit juice? Ruby Red. Yeah, it's got a surprisingly sweet taste your whole family will love.
It's sweet.
Ocean Spray Ruby Red grapefruit juice drink. The surprisingly sweet taste of Ruby Red. Now in 64-ounce family size.
Let's make breakfast quick.
Can I help?
Most moms don't have a lot of time in the morning. But all it takes is a moment to let them know you love them.
Here, Mom.
You're such a good helper.
All it takes is a moment
Now, Mom.
to make them hot oatmeal instead of cold cereal. Instant Quaker oatmeal is like a hug that lasts all morning. Instant Quaker oatmeal instead of cold cereal.
Here, Mom.
For moms who have a lot of love, but not a lot of time.
They're tiny portraits of a people. They sing of our heroes and celebrate our homeland. There are as many reasons to love stamps as there are people who love them. These are stamps worth saving. Ask for the World War II stamps at your post office now.
50 stories up without a net is no place for a nap. So when one of these guys gets a bad cold or flu, which medicine would you recommend? One with an antihistamine that can cause drowsiness, or Sudafed Severe Cold Formula? The one that lets you stay alert. No daytime cold and flu product has more maximum strength medicines. For non-drowsy relief, depend on Sudafed Severe Cold Formula, because people depend on you. From the makers of Sudafed.
Do you believe in ghosts?
What do you want?
Witness the most haunted house in America with actual footage of ghostly happenings in an all-new special, Haunted Lives, Wednesday.
Walk the line with an undercover cop when a bust goes bad.
If he surrendered, he was dead. He had no alternative but to fight for his life.
On Top Cops, Thursday.
Guess where I'm gonna be?
Friday night on CBS.
Check us out.
Look who we've got lined up. Your favorite stars are signed up. Friday, ha, ha, ha.
That's where I'll
The
be.
women and Bob agree. It's a non-stop laughing spree. Friday, ha, ha, ha.
The season premiere of Designing Women and Bob, Friday on CBS.
On March 15th, 1989, 3 college students from a small town in Texas were enjoying their spring break in Southern California. They had been cautioned by their parents to be careful on their trip out west, but 19-year-old Ed Cozen and his friends never imagined they'd find trouble while walking along a beautiful beach in the peaceful community of Malibu.
Jody and Jeff and me, we're very, very close. In very few lifetimes, they're close as friendship as we have. We're like brothers.
Let's go for a swim, guys.
No way.
On that water.
Hey, what do you guys think about this?
We're on the beach, and we see this cliff, and it's incredible. And we decide, it's there, let's climb it.
Watch the sand on your feet.
Ed went up first. He's a very, very lanky and strong person. And then I went up because Jody had decided that because I was shorter than he was and he was stronger than myself, he would stay behind to make sure I didn't fall. It was really, really easy at first. There was no problems, and we climbed and climbed. About halfway up, we saw that it was getting very, very, very steep. Very steep. I personally, myself, started getting a little bit scared, and I'm sure the others did too, but we were men, you know.
Ciao, Jody.
We wanted to prove to each other that we could make it up the hill.
Hey. You okay, Jody?
I make it all the way up to the top, and Jeff wanted to take a picture of Jody. So I went to the other side to look at the view.
Hey, Jody, smile!
I looked back down at Jody, and Jody had absolutely no fear. He seemed very, very in control of the situation.
I'd never heard Jeff yell like that before. He yelled to me, "Go get help, Jody had fallen."
It'd taken us about an hour to climb up the mountain, and I got down in probably a minute. I ran over to him, and I realized that he was going to be in serious trouble.
Hold on, bud. You're going to be okay.
At first, I just didn't want to touch him. I didn't know if his back was broken or his neck was broken, but he was having a lot of trouble breathing.
Oh, man. Edwin, get help.
I put my hand on the back of his head in order to try and gently shift it so that he would be more able to breathe. When I did so, my whole hand collapsed into his head. My fingers were actually in his brains.
Ed found lifeguard Bob Ingersoll, who happened to be patrolling the beach just a few hundred yards away.
As I came upon him, I could hear his breath was occluded. It was very raspy. The way he was breathing, it was possible he had internal injuries. His condition was one of the worst that I'd seen. He needed to be taken to the hospital immediately. There was no time to waste.
Bobby, what have we got? Alfred, this guy fell off the rocks. He's sort of in an agonal breathing pattern.
In the back of my mind, I thought he might die. But I didn't want to believe it. I wouldn't let it surface to the front.
Tell the paramedics.
LA County paramedics were on the scene within 10 minutes.
Cap, we got a head injury.
I've never realized how much Jody meant to me. I never realized how much I loved him. I never realized what friends actually meant until the medic basically said, "This kid's probably going to die."
A rescue helicopter from the Los Angeles County Fire Department arrived within 12 minutes. Among those on board was paramedic Robert Fullov.
The best location for us at that point was some distance from the patient.
Sorry, paramedics!
We knew that we had a situation that we referred to as a scoop and run.
Okay, guys, what do you got?
This guy, he was broken up. And that meant that as soon as we could get the patient secured, we were going to begin rapid transport.
Jody was rushed to Westlake Medical Center, where a trauma team was awaiting his arrival, including Dr. John Kaderka.
When he arrived in the emergency department, this guy was a mess. He had a low blood pressure, he had a weak, thready, rapid pulse rate.
What's the latest pressure? 60 palpators.
He had agonal respirations, he had obvious head injury where he was unconscious, he had massive chest trauma where he had fractured ribs on both the sides, he had a collapsed lung.
Are you getting blood for anything?
This is probably one of the worst trauma patients I've taken care of in several years. I didn't think this guy stood a chance to live.
19-year-old Jody Nolan underwent more than 8 hours of surgery, during which his spleen and part of one lung were removed and numerous broken bones repaired. When his parents, Alice and Truett, arrived from Texas, they found their critically injured son in a coma.
He's received some major injuries to his chest and his abdomen.
I was very nervous about going in to see him for the first time. Didn't know what I would see. I knew he would be on a respirator.
Jody.
I knew that my son may die. And I kept trying to get some reassurance from the nurses, and the doctors. Is he going to make it? Do you think he's going to make it? Is there any way he can make it? And of course, no one could assure us of that. And that's a terrible feeling.
Jody, can you feel my hand? Squeeze it if you do. I told my wife that Jody was running the race of his life tonight, and that he may not win it. And we'd have to prepare ourselves if he didn't make it.
Jody, you got another letter today.
Looking at my brother, the thoughts going through my mind were, oh my God, I'm going to lose someone else that's really close to me. And I thought about my family and my parents and what it would be like to have 3 in a family instead of 4.
Your big Bronco's at my house, and I adjusted the carburetor for you.
Either my wife or my daughter or some of our friends was by his side at all times, and we kept talking to him, even when he was in the coma. We felt that if he knew we were there, then he would leave us.
The first time I really remember him starting to come out of the coma was a very exciting moment.
Can you hear me, Jody? Squeeze my hand.
This was almost 3 weeks into it, and it was like there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
After months of intense rehabilitation therapy, Jody has resumed a full and active life.
They told me I'd been in this big fall, and I barely even remembered I was in California.
Come on.
I was listening to the radio, some of the songs on the radio I'd never heard before, and it was like waking up Rip Van Winkle or something, just missing.
Here's some of my fancy footwork. Let me show you.
I think Jody was an inspiration to people in the rehabilitation center because he gave it 100%. He would always do more than was asked of him to do. And he did it in a cheerful manner most of the time.
Several years have passed since the accident. The three friends are still close.
When I see Jody today, it's absolute astonishment. It is a miracle. I don't think that there's anything wrong with him now. In fact, before I'd always thought, he had something lacking up there, but no, there's nothing wrong with him now. Absolutely nothing. In fact, he's more mentally aware now than I've ever seen him.
There it is, right? There it is.
I think it's a miracle to see him today accomplishing things that I thought would never be possible.
Come on now. Roll up.
I thought he'd be lucky to tie his shoes.
Come on, baby.
When I think about all the people that helped me down the line, and there was a lot of people, I'd like to go and, hug and kiss every one of them and say thanks. I can't repay you, but anytime you need me, I'll be there for you. Three years after the accident, I went back to Point Doom. I felt a part of me was back there. It was pulling me back. And so I felt it was time for me to go back out there and see it.
There was a sense when we drove away that we were putting it behind us and that it didn't have to be the center of our lives anymore, that we had made it through.
It's a new beginning. I ended one chapter of my life, and now it's time to start a new one.
Next.
There's something about the innocence of youth. If you see an older person that's lived a good life, you try your darndest, but there isn't the sadness when things don't go well.
How come I have to ride in the dinghy? It's my yacht!
Just a sprinkle a day helps keep odor away.
Shower to shower body powder with baking soda to fight odor and absorbent cornstarch.
Have you had your sprinkle today?
Now getting rid of a yeast infection is a lot easier. Introducing disposable cardboard applicators, only from Monistat 7. One more reason why Monistat is more than just a cure.
With Ryder's 24-hour number, not only can you get everything you need to make your move easier.
Does Route 60 run through Phoenix? Thanks.
But you can call us with any other questions you have along the way. Oh, and if you rent a truck by November 7th, you get a free Domino's pizza delivered right to your new home.
Rescue 911 will continue.
She saw her family murdered, but she doesn't remember.
I'm afraid of what I'll see.
Now the killer's closing in with a vengeance. Next.
Friday, how will Blanche increase the hotel's business?
What is it that I'm really good at that would make me a lot of money? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
The Golden Palace. Then, who is Major Dad's dad?
He's strictly a meat and potatoes man.
Because the Major's in for some fatherly advice.
Your hair is the second thing to go.
The season premiere of Major Dad right after the Golden Palace, Friday.
This is CBS.
McDonald's has an offer too incredible to believe. All large sandwiches are only 99 cents. Really, any large sandwich, and we mean any large sandwich, is only 99 cents after 4 p.m. Can you believe it? We didn't think so, but it's true. Just 99 cents each, but only after 4 p.m. So what are you waiting for? What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
1988.
30 million jobs in the next 8 years.
1990, America's jobless rate hits a 3-year high.
I'm not prepared to say we're in recession.
March 1992, jobless rate hits 6-year high.
The economy is strengthening.
George Bush vetoes unemployment compensation.
The economy continues to grow.
July 1992, unemployment is the highest in 8 years. If George Bush doesn't understand the problem, how can he solve it? We can't afford 4 more years.
New numbers every Saturday night at 9:59 on TV 10, your official lotto station.
There's nothing routine about working in the trauma unit of a hospital. Doctors and nurses never know what type of emergency might come through the doors. This story is not a recreation. It's the reality of being a member of the trauma team at Denver General Hospital. Friday, 11:33 p.m.
Aurora Emergency 911. Hello? What's going on?
Come. I need an ambulance at 10.
Why do you need Okay, why do you need an ambulance? Okay, I couldn't understand a word you said. Calm down.
It's Tucson.
What's the problem?
Please.
What's the problem?
Oh my God.
Hello?
Grid 5, Edward 4.
As police and rescue units rush to the scene, 2 more calls come in from the same block.
There's a party going on next door at my house, and I think there may be a fight going on there.
Do you know if they have any weapons?
Could be. I just heard a pop. I don't know if it was a firecracker or a gun. I don't know.
Somebody's done what?
Well, it sounds like somebody's been shot.
Did you actually see, somebody?
Shot. We heard the shot and all these cars took off.
Within 30 minutes of the call, the victim arrives at the trauma unit of Denver General Hospital.
Looks like it took place in a kitchen. That's why I picked him up. There was blood all over the environment there. He doesn't know what happened, can't describe a fight. Seems pretty awake. He's not real oriented as to where he is the day. No other injuries that I can see are fine. Chest and belly appear negative.
Emergency physician Sally Scott examines the victim, who is identified as 19-year-old Damon Wilkins.
And the injury that we saw on his right forehead looked like it potentially could have been a bullet wound. On the back of his head was a gash. The best way to find out, with bullets anyway, is to initially get an x-ray study.
Damon's twin sister Dana had placed the first call for help.
I was there when everything took place, and I was like kind of trying to hold him away from everybody, and then I turned my face away from him or whatever, and then a gunshot went off, and then I turned back around, and he was on the ground. The first thing I thought, I can't lose my brother. I can't.
Do you remember somebody hitting you, or what do you remember?
This woman hurts.
Among those treating the victim is Dr. David McGidd.
Just relax.
Sometimes he would tell us that the year was 1991, but sometimes he would tell us it was 1980. Sometimes he would tell us that he was in the hospital, but sometimes he would say he was at a gas station.
Damon, you got a cut on the back of your head, and I'm gonna numb it up. Just like the dentist numbs up your teeth when you got a cavity. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, sir.
I know it hurts. Damon, I know it hurts. This is gonna help stop the bleeding in your head, okay? So just take some deep breaths, okay? Good. That's really.
It's very scary for a patient to be flown from a helicopter and all of a sudden have people in a room running all around you, having no idea where you are. You want to sort of ground the patient, try and keep the patient calm.
Great, what kind of sports do you
Oh, basketball.
Yeah, what position do you play?
Center.
How tall are you?
5'6".
You're 5'6"?
Yes, sir.
And you play center?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty small for a center.
Thank you.
I think it lightens up to be able to laugh, and it's not uncommon that funny things happen.
You're a James Worthy fan.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am? Am I a ma'am?
No, sir, yes, sir.
Are you getting ready to join the military?
No, sir.
You're the politest patient I've ever had. You know that?
Well, basically, we were worried that there might be a bullet, but on the x-ray films, a bullet would show up very brightly and would be very light, and we don't see one at all. So the chances are both injuries are from some other kind of instrument.
Like most parents, you just never think something like this can happen to you. And when I got the call, I was just terrified.
Mom, I love you. Mom, I love you. Don't talk. I love you. Don't talk.
They were trying to work on him, and I'm sure I was very impatient with them.
What happened to him? We don't know. Is he shot or what?
We don't think he's shot. We think somebody probably hit him on the head.
I almost lost all hope when I seen his head.
Did you get shot?
He's turned out to be a good young man. And to have something like this happen is just a disaster.
Tests showed that Damon had suffered no skull fractures or brain damage. After an overnight stay, he is released in time to go back to college in North Carolina.
It's almost like a bad dream.
I can't believe it happened.
Yeah, but you gotta learn from it.
It was an old girl from my school, from my high school. And I guess the dude felt as if she was coming on to me or I was coming on to her. They was talking stuff to me, and I talked a little back, and as we tried to leave, one of them approached me with a stick and swung at me.
I have to just put them in the Lord's hand and hope that they'll be okay. They're just like most kids. They're going to, have fun and not really realizing some of the dangers that are out there.
His 3-year-old fell 3 stories, got a pulse.
Sunday, 7:53 p.m. Emergency physician Stephen Cantrill gets word that an injured child is being airlifted to the trauma center.
There's something about the innocence of youth. If you see an older person that's lived a good life and they have a problem, you try your darndest, but there isn't the sadness when things don't go well.
There it is. If I told you my theory about this, you know how sick the patient is by how fast the pilot's moving. He's worried about this one. Okay.
My biggest fears are 1, a head injury, and 2, internal bleeding, mainly in the abdominal cavity. Anytime you get above 2 stories, there is more than a 50% chance of a patient dying in terms of a fall.
The whole thing.
Both?
Yeah, the whole thing.
What did she land on?
It was gravel.
Gravel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of the word
Okay.
gravel.
And anyone witnessed the fall?
Just from the top.
Okay. Did any loss of consciousness noted at all?
They didn't say.
Any seizure activity?
No, seizure activity.
Do they know when she cried?
We really need that information so we know kind of where to look first in terms of injuries so we won't get fooled.
Try and get another line on her left. And
kids can't tell you necessarily, especially at that age, where they hurt.
you ready with x-ray?
There was no room for the 3-year-old girl's parents to travel with her. En route to the hospital, she was under the care of flight nurse Molly Ivansy.
They sometimes will call your name, don't leave me. You bond with your patients. It's hard to let go, and I was very anxious to know what the outcome of her CAT scan would be.
Let's start. Let's get her belly prepped. Let's get her injected. Let's start going here.
After a 30-minute drive, the little girl's parents, Jeff and Barbara Watkinson, arrive at the hospital, where they are met by social worker Carrie Ziller.
I'm here to help the family through a very difficult time. This is probably the worst call that they're ever going to get.
I mean, I was just sitting right out there with her, and she had her doll in the chair, and then I went inside just for not even a minute. Then I heard her cry, heard her crying, and it seemed so far away, and then I don't know, something in me just knew what happened.
Think that's her?
No, I don't think that's
her.
I think that's
something else.
I think it's something else.
We do try to get to the parents as quickly as we can because we know they really want to know what's going on, even if it's bad news, I have kids of my own, and it would take a team of wild horses to keep me out.
Here you go, sweetheart.
She wanted to be held, and I couldn't hold her because her arms were strapped down with the IVs and everything. And it's just such a feeling of helplessness.
We've given her some medicine to calm her down a little bit. So she's a little sleepy, and she'll drift off, and that's okay.
Can I please just stay with her a minute? Can I just stay with her then?
No, I would not want her to go. She goes down to CAT scan. We can't have you in the room when we're doing the radiation. Okay, and it's just, we'll let you get in to see her as soon as we get the CAT scan done now, okay?
She's got a scalp laceration, some galeal hemorrhage. She's got some. Do you think that's a contusion? I don't know. It's hard. I think it's artifact from the laceration. I'm not sure if it's a contusion.
All right, we've gotten the reading from the radiologist, and it's fine. The CAT scan is negative. So everything is fine. There's obviously the cut on the forehead, which also shows up on the X-ray, but the brain is fine. There's no blood and there's no swelling.
So she's gonna be okay?
She's gonna be okay.
Okay, great.
Now, there was a tree that she fell into first. Now, it was on gravel and not cement, which is certainly, that's an asset and helped minimize her injuries. But that tree, I think, was instrumental in slowing her down. I think she'll do very, very well.
Thanks. Closer to my mouth?
2 days later, Christina is ready to go home.
She's same old self. And we took her down to the playroom, and they had a wagon there with the slats and stuff in it, and she tried climbing over that. She pulled a chair over, tried to climb out of the chair and into the wagon right away again. So I guess she has no fear.
Okay. Bye-bye, Christina.
Until bye.
Bye-bye, Pumpkin.
You both kiss, Celeste. That's about as close as she's gonna get for you.
Bye-bye.
When I got home Tuesday, I got some wire mesh and I measured them out, and then I cut them, and then I screwed them in with wood screws. First, she would not be able to fit through those slats.
Can you give your daddy a kiss?
It was scary, very scary. And it's really good to have her home.
Next.
My babysitter. Where's the one at the door?
I have 3 children of my own, and you automatically want to get help there as soon as possible.
Isn't it great to be a baby? Isn't it great to be in love?
Ooh, this is fun.
It wouldn't be if Kayla's diaper leaked. So now Love's Phases introduces new leg cuffs to give every caller girl extra protection.
Isn't it great?
Love's new cuffs are soft, yet form a tough barrier to gaps and leaks. Unlike the leg cuffs on this other leading diaper, Love's cuffs won't let wetness through. Love stops leaks better.
I've got it made.
Isn't it great to be a baby?
'Cause now, Love stops leaks better.
Isn't it great to be in love?
Nobody's better for colors than Cheer with Color Guard. Dirt goes, color stays.
For dessert, sir?
Raymond, why don't you try the cherry pie?
I don't know.
You sure loved Cherry yesterday.
I did? When?
When you were constipated.
What?
I gave him this new Cherry Phillips Milk of Magnesia. It's a whole new experience.
Maureen, put that away.
Try the new Phillips, smooth cherry and new mint. After 100 years, that chalky aftertaste is history.
Wait till you taste it.
Maybe they should put it on the menu.
Good old Ivory is sailing away.
Goodbye.
To make room for new, better cleaning Ivory Clear. New Ivory Clear is still easy on your hands, but now it's tough on grease. New, better cleaning Ivory Clear.
Don't let static do a job on you.
It'll stop you.
Stop embarrassing cling. Bounce leaves clothes virtually static-free.
It won't stop you.
Bounce stops static before static stops you.
It's the America's Favorites giveaway. Get your game card from Nabisco Displays because here are tonight's winning numbers. Match the first 2, win Nabisco cookies and crackers. Match 3, win a Disney family vacation. Or match all 4 and win $1 million from Nabisco. Play again on the Hat Squad tomorrow.
Have you got a secret? Don't be so sure. You don't have to be a star to be spied on. 48 Hours, Wednesday.
On the night of April 18th, 1992, in Naperville, Illinois, Kim Eastman and her husband John were going out to dinner to celebrate his birthday with friends. They made arrangements to leave their 3 children in the care of a 15-year-old babysitter who had looked after them many times before.
The boys were very excited, ready to have just some fun with Marissa before it was bedtime.
I think Megan's just about pretty tired right now, so she'll be going to sleep pretty soon for you. We're going to be first.
We left the names and the phone numbers of the places where we were going.
Sweet dreams.
We worry about our children, as most parents do when they leave them behind, but we feel very confident that they're in good hands when we go out.
My babysitter. I don't know what she. I don't know what. Where's I don't know what happened to her.
Is she there?
Yes.
Okay, what's the address there? I need a trace.
My phone number.
Okay, what's your phone number?
3.
Naperville dispatcher Andrea Haidu took the call for help.
Okay, do you know your address? I need a Wabash, Linda.
13.
15 what? Calm down.
I feel very frustrated that we aren't able to send immediate help to the location. I have 3 children of my own, and you automatically want to get help there as soon as possible.
Okay, what's your address?
Putnam Drive.
What's the address? What's your last name?
Eastman.
Eastman. Okay, is she hurt?
What?
Is she hurt? Is your babysitter hurt?
Yes.
Okay, is he awake?
No.
I got it. 13 Putnam for an unknown type medical problem.
Okay.
Got it. 13 Putnam.
Summon copy assignment B9. This is the ambulance. Route 191 and across the Newgate. Advising the babysitter unconscious. I want you to stay on the phone with me. Who's that baby crying? Why is he crying?
My brother's so sad.
Your brother what?
My brother's so sad.
Feels bad?
Yes.
I just felt really bad for him that he was home alone with his little brother. It was dark out. I knew they had to be scared. And I just felt, I wanted to be there to tell him it was going to be okay.
Okay, how old are you, honey?
5. And my brother's 3.
Okay, how old is your babysitter?
I don't know.
He is awake?
No.
Was he drinking or anything?
Unfortunately, I thought the worst. I thought alcohol or drugs. We get that a lot with teenagers, which are all serious.
No, but my mom and daddy got to leave, and I don't know what happened.
All right, your mom and dad left.
Yes.
And your babysitter's there.
Yes.
And he passed out.
He just fell down.
All right, where did he fall down the stairs?
No, just when we were in the living room. Marissa fell down on her chest, and I didn't know what happened then. I was a lot scared.
He just fell?
Yes.
Okay, what's his name?
It's her, Marissa.
Oh, it's a girl?
Yes.
Marissa? Okay, what's your first name?
Eastman.
No, your first name.
Eastman.
Yeah. What's your...
Jeff Eastman.
Jeff?
Jeff Eastman.
Your name's Jeff?
Yes.
Okay. What's your brother's name?
Could you please help us?
Yeah, we're on the way, Jeff, but I want you to stay on the phone with me.
Okay.
Matthew was crying when I called 911. He couldn't see me. He thought I left. That's why he was crying. That's why he felt sad for Marissa.
Where does Marissa live, Jeff?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay, all right, Jeff, calm down.
Stop it, stop.
Where are your parents at?
The Funny Bone and somewhere else.
The Funny Bone and somewhere else?
Yes, I don't know.
Linda, can you call the Funny Bone? Ask for the Eastman family who's there for a show, the Funny Bone.
Okay, got it.
It's all right. Can you do me another favor?
Yes.
Can you go feel her face and tell me if she's cold or warm? Okay.
Warm.
It's warm?
Yes.
But there's no air coming out of her nose?
I'll check.
When I gave him things to do, I think that kept his mind off the real problem, and he did a wonderful job. He was like the little man of the house.
No.
Is her chest going up and down?
Yeah, no, that's like she's laying.
She's laying on her chest?
She's laying, yes.
Okay. Did you try to shake her?
I tried everything. I tried to put
Are we there?
my brother...
Jeff?
Yes.
Listen to me. Go answer the door. The policeman's there.
Okay.
Go answer the door.
The dispatcher told me there's a policeman at the door. That's why I looked in the windows and it was.
4 minutes after Jack's call, Officer Michael Anders arrived at the scene.
Take your little brother.
I didn't know what was the matter with her at that point. All I knew is I had a girl down. So I told the boys, so you go back out and wait for the ambulance, because if I had to do CPR, I knew I didn't want them to have to see any of that.
Can you hear me, Marissa? Can you hear me?
I let the ambulance people come in and told him where the policemen were.
Let's go ahead and get the collar on her. Okay, why don't you go ahead and go through that purse and see if you can find anything regarding any...
One of the first paramedics on the scene was Scott McCarty.
Come on, Marissa, say something. We were calling to Marissa, trying to get her to respond. We couldn't get her to respond. We were looking at a 15-year-old girl that looked healthy, and to see her laying there unresponsive like she was, it was starting to get tough. Come on, Marissa, talk to us. Talk to us. What's the problem?
I did find a high school identification card.
257. Okay, check for contacts on Marissa Sterling.
I couldn't find anything that indicated any allergies or why she was in this position.
Go down here.
When Marissa's parents arrived, she was still in a coma.
Are you Mom and Dad?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
how has Marissa been this week? Marissa, can you hear that?
When I looked at her and her eyes were rolled back in her head, I was truly panicked.
Okay. You don't know what's wrong with her? No, right now we don't. We've done everything we can. Yes, you can ride with us.
My heart was breaking, and inside I was screaming because I wanted answers, and I just wasn't getting any.
1, 2, 3, lift.
Marissa? Wake up, baby.
It was a very difficult time to think that someone that you brought into this world and care for more than you could say is here in this helpless situation.
The ambulance is going to bring Marissa to the hospital.
Load now, okay? Watch out the mailbox.
That's why she'll get all better.
Doctors subsequently determined that Marissa's collapse was caused by a combination of dehydration, lack of food, and a bad reaction to cold medication.
There it goes.
I felt guilty that I had to put him through that, especially after I heard the call. I should have been more reliable and taken my medicine with food. If I could tell Jack anything, I would tell him how much I love him and how much he means to me. And I can never say thank you enough for what he did.
Okay.
When Jack was 3.5, 4 years old, I had told him that if ever there was a problem, that he could call 911 and they would come and bring him help. But we had not talked about dialing 911 for quite a long time. So for him to remember that, I was very proud.
The pool is actually opening up tomorrow. I'm very grateful that my wife had the foresight to teach him how to use 911, and I am unbelievably proud of Jack.
I took care of Marissa, my brother, and my sister. That's why Marissa's all better, and she's been coming back, and we've been playing.
I love sitting here with you, dreams that come true, weekends at the lake, and snack cakes. And I love you too.
You'll love the great taste of America's #1 snack cake, Little Debbie.
And I love you too.
Chevrolet announces just about the last thing you'd expect from a car company: lower prices. Believe it or not, this is for real. Chevrolet is lowering the price of every new 1993 Cavalier Coupe, sedan, wagon, and Z24 Coupe. No gimmicks or hassles, just straight talk and lower prices. Surprised? You shouldn't be. What else would you expect from the heartbeat of America?
In a crisis, when every second counts, we can't afford to take anything for granted. Not all communities have 911, so learn the emergency numbers in your area and post them by each phone. This series is dedicated to the men, women, and children who know what to do in an emergency and are there when we need them most. I'm William Shatner. Join us again next week for more true stories on Rescue 911.
Tablets, pencils, or crayons. SOS for needy children wanting to learn. Drop off school supplies at the Cajun Dome Wednesday, noon to 7.
Stars with Jeffrey Meek and Raven. The season premiere Saturday.